think first of all, I'd like to thank you all for the effort in organizing all this crazy event. We are very close to 1 month from the event. So yeah, last weeks to organize everything, but I'm very optimistic. People are very excited about everyone that I talk to, like, are very excited. Today I present the project to Realms DAO, our sponsor. So I showed the video, and they thought very good, and they are very excited. I think the founder is coming to Ipê Village, so we are organizing. We are going to use Realms DAO platform to a multisig, to allocate resources. It's on Solana, and they want to create other things here as well. So like workshops and teach about the practical side of governance. And I'm not very familiar with DAOs in Solana, but it seems they have a lot of DAOs, not like Ethereum. Ethereum is far more advanced in DAOs and decentralized organizations, but Solana has more products, like real products. So it will be an awesome partner for the Ipê Village and for the future of Ipê City as well. So let me play the video.
Powered by AI and blockchain.
Did you hear or not?
Would you live in a city powered by AI and blockchain? Startup societies like Indonesia and Prosper and Honduras are reimagining how cities are built and governed.
People have to dig deeper to understand the reality of what we're doing, because it's potentially a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
This is governance reinvented for the internet era. Now we're bringing this movement to Brazil. Ipê Village Floripa is a pop-up village dedicated to innovating governance, where hundreds of global innovators will live together for 1 month to transform governance bureaucracy into code and startups. You likely already know the impact of bureaucracy. Brazil is one of the world's most complex tax systems. Businesses spend 1,500 hours per year complying with tax regulations. Citizens spend over 150 days working just to pay taxes. That's the bad news. But there are good ones. Brazil has enormous potential as a hub for internet-native cities. At least 40 million Brazilians own crypto. 144 million use social media. WhatsApp reaches over 95% of the population. Brazil's instant payment system processes over 6 billion transactions monthly. A Brazilian unicorn is the world's largest digital bank, serving 92 million.
Blockchains are online government. It's obvious that by 2034 this will be like $10 trillion or something much more significant than it is now.
Brazil has a digital DNA, but is held back by bureaucracy. Want to change that? Join us at Ipê.city. Let's build a thriving society with advanced governance, education, healthcare, and finance, powered by innovators like you. From April 22nd to May 22nd, whether for the entire month or just a short visit to learn and connect. Join us at Ipê.city.
Good. That is great. Gabriel is not here, but he is on the peer-based team and is already working on the second video. So we are going to produce a series of video every week or so, launching a new video about the pop-up city. So more coming. Yeah, Paloma, would you like to to share about the events, the progress we did last week.
Awesome. Wow, that video looks great. It was a little bit hard to hear, just so if you want to drop the link in the chat, people can listen to later, but wow, amazing.
Yeah, we are going to post, this was not published yet, so today at night or tomorrow max, we are going to post and open the sales for the conference. So we are going to send here on the Discord.
Yeah, looks great, and can't wait for the next ones because this is already super exciting. So guys, for those of you who missed, we have decided that all events for the pop-up city is gonna be published in Luma. So we have right now a Luma link called luma.ma/Ipê City. We are just putting everything up for the past 24 hours, so there's still some inconsistencies. We're still figuring things out, but I see Jason just posted as well in the chat. I'm gonna screen share here and walk you guys through it. But ideally, this is your one place to go if you want to know anything that's going to be happening during Ipê City. If you have any ideas of events to publish, that's literally where you can go and figure it out, like what is a good day, is there already something going on, where should I go, what, if you're not coming for the whole 4 weeks, that's where you should also use to make your decision. So not only after we start, but here's an invite already. Anyone that is already coming to Florianopolis a month before, or it's already here, we do have an in-person meetup happening at Hub Primavera, which is very close, like 15 minutes of the venue of the Ipê City events. The idea here is to connect with other ecosystems in the city. So our next upcoming event is March 27 at Hub Primavera, which was originally a Web3 hub. Now it got a little bit open to Web2 businesses as well, but very cool community. And if you wanna start talking about it, hang out, we hope to see a lot of you guys already in Florianopolis on March 27. Here is how this page works. So if you're not from the core organization, but you want to propose an event, there is a button right here called Submit Your Event. You can log into Luma and submit your event. We do have template events. So also reach out to either me, Francine, or someone in the organization, and then we can help you guys understand a little bit how to submit events here. But very soon we're gonna have a more detailed guide that teaches you how to submit events. But this is already open for you. There's also a very cool visualization of upcoming events here, so you can see on the dates which events are happening, which dates, so you can kind of have an overview of everything that's going on. But then you can also just see any other day, doesn't need to be seen by this day. So I'm gonna take you guys to April 22nd, which is the day that we're starting Ipê City. A few things that we already put in the books so you guys understand. Every morning at 7 a.m. we are curating a bunch of cool experiences for you guys to have an ageless morning, which is pretty much just move, energize, and DeFi aging every morning. We're all about health movement, and we're gonna create a few cool morning stuff that you guys can start signing up. One of them is a canoe club, so we're gonna have Hawaiian canoe if you're into rowing. There's gonna be surf lessons, and this is still not the right price. We're just putting this up with the partners now. So this is totally crowdsourced. We're gonna have beach tennis lessons. There's gonna be a bunch of like offerings, and this is totally optional. If you have any idea of activity you wanna invite people to do in the mornings, that's kind of like the perfect spot that you guys are gonna have to see what other people are doing, playing beach tennis, playing volleyball, playing tennis. And if you want, you can start your mornings with movement. Every day, starting on April 22nd at Founder House from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. There's going to be breakfast served. If you are an Ipê Explorer architect and you're already in your passport, all you got to do is just sign up. And honestly, you don't have to, but you could just sign up here to let us know you're coming for breakfast that day. It helps us with logistics. If you want to invite someone that's not an Ipê architect or explorer, you went to a happy hour, you met someone that is not an official Ipê resident, you can still invite them. They will have to pay per event. So it is open to people that are not Ipê residents. And then if you want to invite someone as a guest for your breakfast that day, you can also invite someone. We are going to limit the amount of guests because this is ideally for our Ipê architects. But we also want to welcome people that want to even learn what Ipê City is. So we will have a few available guest spots every morning for you guys to bring people that you meet, a business partner, or someone that's coming through town that's not going to spend the whole month with us. They might want to come by for breakfast and check out what's happening. So every morning from Monday to Friday, we're still posting this up like during the last few hours, but you can see every morning there's already kind of a breakfast schedule at Founder House at 8 a.m. Monday to Friday. We are creating the space for you guys to kind of hang out, and then whoever wants can stay for co-working or for the programming of the day. And of course, the first day is a welcome to Ipê Village, but pretty much every morning there's gonna be breakfast, right? So 23rd, 24th, very open calendar still. One cool thing to notice is on Thursdays, instead of just a breakfast, we're gonna have a partnership with Jupiter, which is gonna feature investors for a brunch. So every day at Founder House, there's a breakfast from 8 to 10 that's included in your pass. But on Thursdays, if you're a startup founder raising, or if you want to get to know and meet some cool startup investors, other than the Ipê residents, we're going to have investors coming into the city and checking it out. That's going to be a great place for us to feature a few founders. So for the first one, we're already talking about maybe featuring Nicholas from Ipê City, but if you are also a startup founder in one of our residents, we're probably going to have this moment for you to get to know and meet a few of the investors, and we're going to feature a few of these startup founders during that brunch. On Friday, the 25th, we have our main conference. So if you are thinking about one time to be at Ipê City and don't miss that, right? If you're thinking of arriving a little bit late, you really want to make it for April 25th. So we are giving you guys a few days to arrive, to get settled, to meet people. But April 25th, we're going to have the Startup Societies Conference number 2. So this event already happened once in Brazil. This is a second edition. And it is our main conference of Ipê City. So this is going to be a 3-day conference. If you're already an Ipê Explorer or an Ipê Architect and you have a pass, this is already included in your pass. There's going to be a programming of 3-day conference getting ready for you. Our venue is going to be literally in the same street of Founder House. Il Campanário is a resort located right by the beach. This is Founder House. This is Il Campanário. Is literally, I don't know, 5 meters across the street. We are still right by the beach. You don't need transportation. So if you are booking your trip, I suggest you stay anywhere within Jurerê, not even just Jurerê International, but any of this region. Everything here is walking distance. There's tons of Airbnb, and you can even stay in the resort itself. You can see some pricing here. We have closed a 20% off discount during the whole month for Ipê partners and residents and explorers and architects to stay at this resort. So if you want to stay at the resort, there's a discount, but there's also a lot of other accommodation options around it. So our main conference is going to be in the resort. This is a 3-day conference. There's going to be a lot of special VIP people coming. So if you are planning on being here April 22nd, 25th to April 27th, there will be people coming just for the conference. So if you're one of those, you could buy your tickets separately. If you're an architect or explorer and you want to invite people to come for a few days, I do suggest you invite them for the conference time. And there is a ticket by itself. So people that are not planning to spend the whole month as architects can come only for the conference. Of course, it probably makes more sense for you guys to stay the whole month instead of buying the individual events. But as you can see, we have special guests coming for specific events, and that's fine as well. A lot of the investors or a lot of the VIPs are not going to be able to spend the whole month, so we have passed specifically to them. Every single event proposed by the network needs to have a price, and the reason why is, as Ipê architects, you get free entrance to all of the events during the month, but even the special guests that are going to be circulating at the events will have individual tickets. So let's say you're planning on doing an education day, or you want to propose a legal and regulatory day. Every single event will have a free ticket for Ipê architects, and we'll have a pricing for people that are only coming for that day and they're not Ipê architects. So one of the benefits of you buying the package is that you have free access with your wristband to all the events, while everybody else is gonna have to pay individually, and this is gonna add up. So it's one of their benefits. So here's one cool thing to share. So if you think about the timeline of the Ipê City, we're a month. So there's gonna be the conference in the beginning. I'm gonna talk about a conference in the ending of the pop-up city as well. So you really wanna make sure that you're there for both conferences. In between, there's programming for our builders. So again, every morning there's breakfast at Founder House. There's co-working space available already included in your Ipê Pass. And then we're also gonna have many other spots throughout the neighborhood. We're gonna be Ipê venues that you're gonna be able to work from, walking distance, very cool beach vibe, where you can hang out and do a lot of the work as a builder. But there's a few days that we do require that you come to Founder House. One of those is Mondays. On Mondays at 8 a.m., which is our breakfast time. We're also gonna have an open mic. This moment is for any of our architects to pitch what they're gonna be doing that week. And it's really our meaning to kick things off. So if you have a new idea, a development in your project, if you wanna ask for any help, it's your moment to kind of pitch and talk about what you guys are building and what you're going to be working on that week. So very important that builders do not get distracted and they make sure that they are at Founder House every morning at 8 a.m. We're first going to start, of course, with breakfast, and then similar on Fridays, and I'm going to show you guys here, at 5 p.m. So start of the week, end of the week, right? We're gonna use a lot of that agile development to support you guys. But start of the week, we have an open mic for builders. End of the week at 5 p.m. every Friday, there's gonna be an Ipê Architect Showcase. This is where you're gonna pitch your advancements. You're gonna pitch what you guys work with. Again, this event is free for any Ipê Explorer, and then we're gonna have an additional cost for guests that we're inviting over to come meet you guys and see what's going on. There's always going to be some sort of food or drinks available, and you guys are going to be welcome to join. So start of Ipê City, there's going to be a conference during the 3 to 4 weeks within. There's always going to be a start of the week or end of the week with the builders. On Thursdays are investors brunch, so where investors are going to come to meet our Ipê architects and explorers. There's also another cool event that we are planning, which is still to be defined exactly the dates, but it's a legal and regulatory day. If you're interested in figuring out what are digital economic zones, or if you work with legal and regulatory, within Web3, please reach out to us in the organization. We're still putting a lot of this agenda together. We're still looking for sponsors for that specific day. And it's going to be very close by to the conference, because a lot of the people that are coming to the conference are going to be involved in the regulatory day. That's going to be a lot more talking with the government. So the state government, the municipal government is going to be involved, and we're going to be talking about the regulations of building startup society. So if you're interested in that team, let us know. There's one cool event that we're going to be doing at Founder House every Thursday night, which is called Prompt Nights. We actually have one right now at Founder House happening. That's why I'm going to have to log off. It's an event that we do monthly. It is very cool. Instead of hack nights, we just understand that AI changed everything, and we do Prompt Nights. Every week, we're going to bring challenges and teams and someone that's building something very cool with AI. This is very hands-on, so you got to bring your computer. We're going to pretty much use AI to apply to our own projects and realities, but learn from each other, community-based. So think about a hack night, but since we don't need to hack much, we do have also partners and sponsors that you can talk about more in the conference and in the pop-up city. They're very cool AI new tools that you can use to do things low code or to do a lot of new stuff. So we're going to be sharing those during Pro. Wednesdays, we have the breakfast, and it's pretty much open day for work. Thursday, as I mentioned, investors. And then there's some inconsistent here in the prompt nights that we got to fix. Let me see. So pretty much every week is going to repeat itself, right? And then there's a few events that I want to bring to your attention. On May 10th, it actually just got moved to May 9th, not May 10 anymore. So it's going to be on Friday, and we're going to update here in the calendar. We're going to have a DeSci day, which Maria is here in the call. And can talk.
On May 9th, we have DeFi day already. So.
Oh, okay. So DeFi day is May 9th. DeSci day is May 10th. Is that correct?
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
yeah.
My bad.
Yes.
I am a little dyslexic. I thought it was the same day. So let's add now. So please do not add anything anymore to May 9 or May 10. May 9 is going to be DeFi day. May 10 is going to be DeSci day. These days are conference days, right? And we're still going to maintain probably the breakfast at Founder House that day. But depending on how this conferences take shape, which is kind of like a day conference, we might include in the programming of the conference. So if you have any feedback on that, it would be great to also understand what the builders prefer. Because a lot of that idea is that you guys are also able to participate on the side day and the FI day. So we might put that in the programming and have it all together. And then founders are gonna have that choice. We added to the calendar Mother's Day on the 11th, just so you guys don't forget. And please avoid putting anything on Sunday, May 11th. Keep in mind, builders have families. A lot of builders are parents. So we want to avoid that calendar. There's no specific programming for Mother's Day. It's just a placeholder here for us to keep that in mind and avoid anything on 11th. So there's going to be a lot of more things added here in the calendar, but there's one more thing that I want to bring to your attention. On May 17th, that's NerdConf. I don't know how many of you guys heard about it. It's an amazing event that has been organized, started in Argentina. It had editions already in Mexico City, in Colombia. It's a very cool networking event, kind of conference. We're going to be hosting on the last Saturday of Ipê City, which is kind of our end conference. So Startup Society Conference is going to be in the beginning, and then NerdConf is going to be in the end. We're going to have people from all across the globe from NerdConf network coming to spend the weekend with us. And we really hope everybody can make it to that day. The same idea here. We're going to have Ipê explorers and architects with their ticket cover. So whoever wants to come just to NerdConf also is going to be able to come for that conference, and the idea is to be more like a networking. Inside NerdConf, we're gonna also have a demo day for the projects built during the month at the city. So you guys are gonna have some exposure, and a lot of people coming to visit from across the globe to see the projects that were built during the month. And then the last thing we're gonna wrap up is with very Brazilian style barbecue party with caipirinhas, picanhas, and great parrilla, which we call churrasco in Brazil. So this is a Thursday, the last day of Ipê City, and we're gonna wrap everything up with an amazing Brazilian barbecue, which is the program of the event. So very briefly, and I mean, this is all available for you guys now. You can start looking at what's already official programming and what are the gaps within that allows you guys to also co-create. So everybody's welcome to submit their ideas and events. If you have an ideas on morning exercises, we just got today some girl offering yoga classes that we're gonna do at the rooftop at Founder House. So if you play any sport, if you wanna get people together, we're gonna start adding those to the calendar so people have visibility of what is offered. Most of these activities are being co-created with a lot of other organizations and a lot of sponsors. So if you have any referrals on sponsors or in ideas of what you wanna include in the calendar, I think Jason is here too, and we're happy to get your feedback and kind of ideas. If you've been to pop-up cities and you're like, oh my God, this is way too many breakfasts, I don't think you guys should do that. We would love the feedback too. We've been all going around and having our own experiences. And I think my main idea here was to add some unstructured time, not just like talks, where like you're just passively watching a bunch of keynotes, but really creating an empty space so people can connect, collaborate, and do projects. But if you have any other feedbacks of your own experience, this is literally being co-created with like hundreds of hands now, and you're welcome to collaborate as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Paloma. That was a great summary of. We have already a lot of events that's being organized by the core team, the Ipê Village. We are creating like this foundational infrastructure and content to help the builders. But as Paloma said, this is not an event, a passive event. So you're not going there only to learn and watch conferences and talks. The main idea is like sit with like smart, talented other residents and prototype. Like take a chance. Like you have an idea now, you can use Replit. It's for free. It's not usually is a kind of expensive tool to create this. So Replit, it's like amazing. They have everything that you need to prototype any kind of solution very fast. So if you never used, you'll be very welcome to learn with us, because we also are not experts. So we are going there to learn and experiment and take a chance. Like we have a lot of ideas, and we can just prompt and see the results. And we will have a lot of experts, AI experts, crypto experts, and startup founders with already built solutions. So it's an opportunity to exchange knowledge and experience between other residents. So I think this probably will be the largest and most impactful governance innovation event in Brazil by far. So that's a huge opportunity to get involved in this movement that is just getting started, and at the same time have an impact. So building stuff and making friends, having fun at the same time, and getting fit. So that's a huge opportunity to get fit as well. So I would like to open the mic, I think, first to Jason, if you want to share missing projects that Paloma didn't mention before. I know there's. Let me see if we didn't. No, Eric is here.
Sure.
Feel free to say a few words as well about the Hacker House. But Jason, go ahead.
Just to reiterate what Paloma said, if you have an idea for an event, you can just go ahead and submit the event on the Luma, and that will go into a queue. I'll reach out to you. If you're having trouble with Luma, I can definitely help you get started. If there's workshops that you want to have that you have some professional skill or expertise that you think would benefit the community, we can set up a paid event for you. There's all kinds of opportunities. I'm going to put my birthday party up there. That's going to be May 8th. That's going to be fun. So there'll be a lot of other events that we will try and cross post with some of the other like hacker houses, so that way you get kind of the full single source of truth. Also, I highly recommend that everybody really lean into the Discord community that we're building here. Go ahead and introduce yourself in the introductions, say what you want to have happen there, try and meet some co-founders. I'm sure we're going to have a couple of like networking events to get everybody sort of familiar with each other, if that's something that you want to do. And that meeting point for breakfast, I think it can't be understated. So we hope to see everybody there. There's going to be even more events that are soon to be announced other than the DeSci day and the main conference. We're talking about a DeFi day, an education day, a regulatory day. So there'll be no shortage of activities. So see you guys there.
Yeah, let me share my screen before I let. Just a minute.
This is long.
Here. It's the wrong. Here. Just to reiterate what Jason said, you can come here on Luma/Ipê City, and there is a button. It's not very easy to see, but you can submit an event. So my suggestion is, if you have an idea of an event, like a structured idea, you are putting effort to invite people, to find maybe sponsors, and you can create a document explaining. You can create the Luma, like an image, title, description, what it is, why it's important, when, this basic question, and then send us on Telegram. So I would strongly recommend joining us on Telegram. So Discord is going more like calls and working, more deeper work with the community, and networking. It's easier, but to like real time sharing and updates about what's happening in real time, the ongoing projects, ideas. Telegram is going to be the right place to be. So I would strongly recommend just go to our website, ipê.city. We have all links there. So our documentation, and join us on Telegram. And if you have an idea, you can create like a topic. You can freely create this topic on Telegram and start to coordinate and asking help, asking collaborators to create this. And as Jason said, we can help you to manage the Luma thing, but it's pretty easy. There's no secret. Okay. So I'd like to open the mic for questions or for updates about the upcoming or ongoing projects that you are organizing.
One more thing worth mentioning is tomorrow we have Twitter Spaces, and it is going to be with somebody that is building community here in Infinita, Oya, and he's in charge of like a makerspace, and he's going to be talking about his experience with Network City. So people are welcome to join us tomorrow on Twitter Spaces, and there'll be a link in the Discord about that as well. We'll try and give people some heads up.
Yeah. Ricardo, do you wanna share a bit?
Yeah, I think it's more importantly, should contextualize what we're actually doing with the spaces. So whoever is here should be more than welcome to join us on Next as well for a reason that we are aiming to break through our own ecosystem. So at each person here, of course, when you're on Next, you have your own network. But if you are able to gather a lot of people together, we are able to cross-share context, and people that are connected with us will see that we actually building stuff together. So, of course, we always bring new people in because that's the quickest way for us to penetrate a new environment. So, in case of this Wednesday, we're bringing Oya, which is, from my understanding, I'm learning a bit more of how this can work. So I got to know Oya because I connected with Jason. So that's what happens. When you connect with someone, you start seeing more of that ecosystem popping up to you. So the idea is you connect with a person, bring them on stage, penetrate the ecosystem, bring the next until we're able to reach top-notch people in that environment. Of course, we want to do that and be able to penetrate Polygon networks like blockchain protocols as well, and reach to the relevant people that would help us accelerate Ipê City as not only as a one-time event, but something like Crescimento, an actual online community that is backed by physical experience in Brazil. So I think the big thing here is we are, even before the event take place, we're already building some awareness on networks. So you are here today in the community call, but do join the space as well, because that will help us to reach more people. The more people are participating, the wider is the reach, and also more is the engagement. Once again, every weekend we bring someone interesting. So this week is Oya, like Jason said. He's directly involved with Infinita, what it started up there. Biotech, we're interesting. So I think it's good to have an idea how a pop-up village experience feels like, because we are intending to have one. So for whoever never actually got to understand how a pop-up village works, it's good to hear from who already had experience with that. So Oya will be an amazing guest this week, and then on the other week we have refresh my mind, Jen. She's from Switzerland, so it's Veronica, yeah?
Yeah, Veronica. Veronica is one of the founders of Zuzalu. It's one of the initiators. She is founder of several spin-offs of Zuzalu, Zu Georgia, Switzerland, and a few others. So she's very smart, AI expert, governance. She has a lot of experience with governance and Ethereum. So yeah, that will be an amazing conversation. I would not miss that.
Yeah, especially today there was a live at Consensus, and that reunited people from MetaMask, the ecosystem leader from MetaMask, and also Veronica. So she's very well connected. The good thing is when we connect with this kind of profiles and bring them onto the stage, like people will start to get to know more and more outside Brazil. So we want to, doesn't matter if it's Latin America, North America, Europe, Asia, people know about Ipê City because it's a new place to go, to be honest. Like at the end of the day, that's something I speak with John and Jason on throughout different lives. Is like we shouldn't think we are competing with other pop-up village. We are one more node in that like wide ecosystem, and of course people look
at Brazil, Latin America, and say, wow, that's an interesting place. Never been there, and now I have a place to go and get to work with people that I already am familiar with them digitally. So thinking about we are building the future of WeWork, oriented for Web3. So it's a lot of experimentation, solutions being developed with AI and blockchain. So this is all happening already online. You don't have to wait for the event to be part of this. So jump into the spaces that happen every Wednesday. We're aiming to have it even more than the one just space per week, perhaps twice a week, getting more people involved. But yeah, so I see there's new people here on the call. I'll probably reach out to every single one of you to grab your handles as well and make sure you're following Ipê City. And that's it for my side.
Great, thanks, Ricardo. That's very important. It's a growing ecosystem here in Brazil. So one effort that we are doing is connect more with our own Web3 community. Brazil is very fragmented, so we've been putting efforts to connect with the larger hubs, Web3 hubs in Brazil. And we already connected with Camila Ioja, that's going to organize pop-up city in Recife. So we want to help her to bring. We already building this network, so the same network that's, as Ricardo said, the same people that are going to Ipê Village. Obviously, part of that is are going to the Recife pop-up city. So it's just one more node, so we can create this network of techno-optimistic hubs, and then evolve from that. I think that's important. And not only Brazil, of course, we are Paloma is going to Aleph now, to the Merge also event that's taking place in Buenos Aires. And I'm going to Singapore next semester. So let's connect with all these very small nodes, but wait for just a few years and let's see the network state emerge one node at a time.
Yeah, there's
So-
something I'd like to also just take the advantage that you were talking about that is important to emphasize that of course we have the event happening now in April, but this is just the start, and I think it's the best start we can have because we are reaching to the event with community, online community. Like I know a lot of people, they try to start with an event and then to build the online community. So we're strong right now, but there's so much things to get done, and the more we get done, more we get recognized. I think it's good to always bring crecimiento as a benchmark for people to understand how did they reach those numbers. It wasn't like in one day. So Argentina is like very united when it comes to the community, which is not unfortunately the reality in Brazil. But we are working towards that with the proposal that I think that was something that was missing in Brazil. There was a lot of events, but no event had the same proposal that is like uniting people towards a goal, to building a new governance framework. So I believe like this is a talk for like at the end of this year it will be like much bigger that we'll be able to reach now in May, but think about 2 years from now, like it will be something big. Like we were like from here, I can assure you all we are not going back. Like it's just gonna keep scaling and scaling, and I believe we will become a reference in Brazil.
Yeah, perfect. 100% agree. Anyone want to jump in and just share a few words? Feel free.
Hey, sorry, man. Go ahead.
Sorry. Just a quick update on the Region House. So as we discussed, I changed the Luma invite. So instead of being a month, it's just a kickoff of the Hacker House. We're probably gonna have like a small barbecue or something to welcome people. And then we're working with Diogo to develop a workshop over the full month. And we were thinking something like 1 hour every week. But as the other events are being revealed, it's sort of difficult to coordinate and put it at the right time. So my question to you would be, would it make more sense to make a region day, like there is DeSci day or ReFi day, and have a full-on one-day workshop for everyone?
Yeah, I have you watched the Paloma presentation, right? So
Yep.
we create like a few events that happens every day, every week. So as you have a whole place, like leverage that place to create a lot of events. So maybe every week region experience, for example, like a workshop or a visit, to a few places with Diogo. He's very connected with this local community. So I would like create a lot of events for your place and organize to bring guests to create content or just a core space like come here to work with us and I don't know have a breakfast or something like that. Breakfast is not ideal, but like a coffee in the afternoon so people can go there and have a place to work and then you can charge people that are not Ipê residents. So keep that in mind that's a place to also it's a place to generate innovations, to make connections, but also make money. So you guys are putting the risk, putting money, putting time, putting effort. So leverage that infrastructure, like the visibility, the exposition, and be creative about the events. And you can go there, like you have a place, and you can connect with Floripa. We have a list of ecosystems, university. You can just like calling people to your event, you know. So and people that are not Ipê residents, maybe, and then you can make money on that. So that's a very important thing to keep in mind. So as you have like a hacker house, like put efforts to have a lot of events, weekly events, daily events, meetings and meetups or whatever, and anything that you need help, just send on the Telegram group, and we are help. We are happy to help. Happy to help.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have a lot of events. Probably a bunch of asados at the house. I was just wondering if a region day would make sense because it might be a little too much to spam people with like 4 or 5 hours of content rather than having 1 hour every Wednesday in the evening. But like both are definitely possible. Diogo is organizing a few excursions, so we're gonna move around and visit some farms. And yeah, the workshop is more the regenerative governance and yeah.
Yeah,
That's all.
I have a call with him on Thursday, and we're going to try and add at least a couple of events to our calendar. I think once that we get to a certain size with a certain number of builders and participants, there'll be many overlapping events, and this is just something that is kind of almost unavoidable once you get to a certain size. And the idea is just to give people some optionality as well. Not every calendar has to have like every single event listed. If you do have your own house, then you can have some of those, and then we can also have some crossover events too. But I do have a call with him on Thursday, and I think that both ideas are valid. You could have like a really more of a regenerative day, but you could also have like weekly masterminds or talks or workshops or any combination of those things. And people might really want to kind of bounce back and forth in between different houses and different events.
Yeah, there's a trade-off. So if you are thinking, for example, DeSci Day, DeFi Day, and other similar events, they are kind of hard to organize. So like bring speakers, like need money, like there's a effort. So you need to think about that. But I would love to have like a Regen Day. It's important to think about how to communicate because people don't understand what is region. So I would think about that, like maybe governance, kind of. I don't know. Need to think on this because we are very niche on the crypto side, but there will be crypto native that understand this very niche region governance and ecosystem, but we are talking about a lot of people that are outside of that world, and you want to attract them. So the language, the communication should be very clear about what you are teaching. So maybe have a title more attractive, and then introduce the expressions, the terms, the region mean within the conference or the small summit. But we can like brainstorm that, like that's fine. But a region day would be good.
Okay, cool. We're probably gonna have a bunch of speakers online, like Michel Bowen is one of them. So we need to sync with them. Like there's a lot of different time zones, but definitely an interesting exercise. Cool.
Perfect.
Thank you.
So if anyone else wants to join, say a few words.
Hey.
Feel free to ask questions.
Yeah, I want to say hi to everyone. I'm new here. I'm invited from, Diogo invited me, too. We are, great friends. Basically, me and Diogo, we started a community, called Greenpeace Brazil. And we are, we are for some time already, teaching and building the community, around, the DeFi meme, you know. Yeah, and like, we want to engage. We don't know how yet, but I like the idea of having like this region space and think about how this could be attached to money is also like a compelling idea. Like it's take us from this comfortable space where we can define things better, right? So yeah, I'm still trying to find a place where I can help and support, but I will keep in touch with Diogo and like on Discord and also Twitter. I will be there too, participating on spaces and sending people to there. You can count with us if and yeah, just let me know. I also want to. I would like to be on the event. To be honest, I'm still not sure if I will be able to. But yeah, thanks a lot for presenting.
Awesome, thanks, Koi. The right persons. If you want to, there's two actions to do. Is going to the Telegram. I don't know if you are already joined there, and if you want to talk with someone to find activities to collaborate, tasks, and so on, just go and talk with Jason. So Jason is doing all the coordination, operations, and so on. So he's going to help you to integrate with the tasks and the projects, so you can find something to help, because there's a lot to do. But that's it.
Yeah. No, okay. Sorry for my English is kind of a struggle sometimes, but I think we got.
It's not worse than mine.
Thanks, man.
We are here together. Okay, so just to wrap up, thank you guys for helping on this journey. Any questions, just send on here in Discord or Telegram, or send us a DM, and we'll be happy to reply, to answer. Thanks for joining us today on our call. Until next week, and during the week we have lives, so make sure you will join us on Wednesday and Saturday every week until the event.
Yeah, just
Bye-bye,
one
guys.
last message. So, guys, you're welcome to join the stage as well. Okay, so the spaces are not just me and John and Jason talking. So you can come to the stage and talk. The idea here is for everyone to have space. Okay. So thank you again, and see you on Wednesday tomorrow. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye.